Boys, girls, welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are actually back with a brand new money-making method. I've never covered it on the channel before. These actually used to be super popular a couple months ago when the game first came out. Obviously Forza did their best effort to make sure they weren't as good, or they still aren't as good as they once were when the game came out. You used to be able to get like hundreds of wheel spins, hundreds of levels, and now the AFK money farming has kind of been nerfed. But what I'm going to show you today, it's pretty much a way if you are going to be leaving the house. It's not insane. You won't want to like sit behind your computer, but if you have the extra time to leave your console on, it'll get you about 100 skill points over the span of an hour, so it'll be good for nighttime. But I'm going to show you a car to use, the track code. I'm going to be showing you everything. So I'm going to stop wasting more time. Let's get over to the auto show so I can start with the vehicle. Now the car that you're actually going to want that's the best for doing this method, it's going to be a little bit up front. We're going to go check the auction house to see exactly how much it is. But it's a Lamborghini Sesto right here. Make sure it's the Forza edition. And currently the most this car can go for is $1.5 million, which is extremely low. And the lowest is just still $1.5 million. Very little fluctuation in there. So don't even try to auction snipe because there's not really any of that can be going on. Also, the auction sniping tutorial is going to be the video after this one. And if you don't have enough money just yet to get the Lamborghini Sesto and you're very new to the game, you can either complete the festival playlist here, get the cars, sell them, or the other thing you can do is generally when you start the game, you're given a certain amount of Forzathon points. So you can either buy the car from this week, both of them, you'll, I think, get 1,000. I'm not completely sure on that. Or you can spend them on super wheel spins and normal wheel spins, get your money that way. Either way, it shouldn't take you more than half an hour to save up that amount of money just from selling whatever cars are in your garage. And you want to fill out your perk tree like this. I'm going to show you probably the easiest way for a beginner to get skill points in a second here. But once you have enough, just make sure it looks like this. This is actually very important to make sure when you leave it running in the background that you're getting that 100 skill point. Oh, also, this is the tune that I'm going to be using for the video. You can use it, you cannot use it. Doesn't really matter. This is just what I'm going to be using if you want to follow along exactly. But essentially, to get those skill points early game, if you're brand new, or this is also just a fun way to get skill points if you want to actively be doing it, hop in any of the Formula Drift cars here. They all have the same skill multipliers, and you technically don't need everything filled out. All you really need filled out is, well, the 25%, it helps, but pretty much just a 7x skill multiplier. And pretty much what you want to do is just drift sideways up and down at the festival here. This car, pretty much all the Formula Drift cars can go very sideways for a very long amount of time. The slower you are, the better score you're going to get, essentially. And you just want to wait until that score, the yellow one, times the white one is over 500,000. So whatever that looks like for you, and that's going to be the most skill points you can get. In this car, it's generally about 2 minutes. It's not the fastest thing in the world. But anyways, you just want to do that a few times until it's going to build up your skill points, until you can fill that out. But now let's look at the code for this course that's going to be able to AFK for you. So you're going to head on over to Creative Hub and Event Lab and then Event Blueprints, and you're going to search for a blueprint here. Now, I have seen several times in the comments that the blueprints don't necessarily show up on the first time, and I initially believed that you were just typing it in wrong, but apparently sometimes just something's wrong with Forza. Yet again, there's lots of things wrong. It just doesn't show up for you, so keep trying. Go do something else, come back, try again. Eventually it will show up. And as you can see, the share code is just on the side of the screen right there, what you have to type in. Pretty much, I don't know, it's just in the blue box is the best I can describe it. If you can't see, take a screenshot, zoom in. Anyways, it's right there on the screen. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to favorite it so I don't have to search it up every single time I want to do this. And then you're going to launch it with your car solo. You want to make sure you're using the Lamborghini Sesto. I'm not in that currently. And then you're pretty much just going to leave that running for as long as you want. I am going to be honest, about an hour is your best time frame for doing it, because after that Forza itself kind of starts to nerf your rewards and you hardly get anything. So if you have an hour where you want to study or do something, set it up, run it, and then just restart it in between for like the best benefits. But again, this isn't by any means the best way of getting skill points in the game by a landslide. But if you were just looking for something you could do passively to get you skill points while you're not able to play, I guess this is your best bet, and it's better than nothing. I'm being honest. So once you save up a bit of money with the wheel spins, I'm going to show you guys a few updated cars to auction snipe. And I know I said the auction sniping tutorial was coming later, so stay tuned. It'll be the video after this one, but I'm still going to bring you guys some good cars to snipe in case you do want to make a little bit more money that's not just AFK or wheel spins. So let's head on over to the festival. Oh, and also I wanted to add, if you are doing that AFK thing, set yourself to manual and auto steering, obviously, and right when you start the race, shift up into 6th gear, and that's going to make it a little bit easier for the auto steering. Personally, that's what I found. So start in 6th gear on the Lamborghini there. I forgot to throw that in, but let's get to the cars. So our first one here we actually haven't covered before. It's the Zeruno, and currently there's tons of these cars up selling for about 12 to 15 million credits. So I'd recommend saying your buyout to 2 to 3 million on these. Lots of these are going up for that. Lots of people are getting this car. This one's going to be very easy to auction snipe. I don't currently have one. This car doesn't interest me, but for auction sniping, this is an excellent option. And now we actually have a brand new one I haven't covered before, and tons of people are getting this car right now, and it's able to actually sell for 20 million credits, which is the insane thing. And as you can see, there's so many of these up, so chances are you might not sell it for 20 million. Doesn't hurt to try, but you can probably auction snipe a good amount of these for 3 to 5 million credits. Again, this is all stuff you should be doing after you've made a little bit of money, and I'm going to be having the auction sniping tutorial coming right after this video, so stay tuned for that. And our last one here is actually one I was telling people to buy a little while ago. It was a little bit tricky, but now the price has gone all the way up to 20 million on these again, and they're not really selling, so there's going to be a lot of these going up for, again, in that 3 to 5 million price range. I think you can get it even lower than that. I'm going to check what the lowest these can sell for is. So that's actually really crazy. The lowest is 154,000, and there are going to be a good amount of people putting this up for that because people buy the modded accounts. They want to give the credits to their main accounts. They kind of just dump the cars. Happens quite a bit, or people will dump the cars and link their website that they sell. Either way, it happens. These do show up for minimum buyout price, and this is pretty much what you should be auction sniping until I come out with the auction sniping tutorial. I'll cover the best ones then, but they kind of change really quickly. Anyways, boys, hopefully the information I shared today, first of all, made sense and it was clear enough to follow. If not, leave comments down below. I'll try my best to answer them like the best I can. If not, I know we have a very active community and lots of other people tend to help out in the comments, so probably your question will get answered. But if this video has helped you in any way, or you've been able to make any amount of money, let me know with a comment or a heart down below, and all the comments I see with that, I tend to try and heart. Oh, I spun out here, good lord. Anyways, boys, that's gonna be just about it for the rest of the video, so as always, we will see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace!